Chris here with Barnyard Outdoors. I am out waiting for friends to come join me at the park where we're going to have a lunch. And I thought I'd come out a little bit early and try out some of this awesome Stanley gear that's just piling up around my house. And if you saw my last video, I've got my little Stanley Kettle here. I thought I'd make some coffee, but I want to use something different, something else I got from Stanley a while back that I bought with my own money. I'm not sponsored by them in any way. But I thought I would try this. This is the Stanley pour over coffee set. It's a pretty large set. I mean, there's no way to really nest this. I wish they would kind of come up with a system that would nest down in the cup, but it's the awesome Stanley Hammertone Green. It comes with the cup with a little lid that fits on there to, keep the leaves out and help keep your coffee warm. And then it has this, which is your pour over assembly. And if you look in here, there's a very fine mesh, and it's pretty easy to disassemble this. If I twist this bottom piece off, I can pull that out right there, and you can see how fine that mesh is there. If I can get some sun in there, you can see. So it's very easy to take apart and clean up. It does have a little O-ring at the bottom. To put this back together, you just push it in here and give it a little bit of a twist, and it will seal right up. So simple pour over coffee. It does have some lines here on the side. It does not say what those lines actually measure. And this cup is a 12-ounce cup. So we're going to go ahead and load this up with some coffee, and we're going to do a little pour over action. And of course, I'm going to use this, which is my awesome new Stanley Kettle that I love. And then we're just going to do this on an alcohol stove. I brought my Pathfinder stove that you've seen in my other videos where I did a modification to this. Let's get all this set up. I will get some water boiling in that kettle and then make some pour over coffee. I love this old Pathfinder stainless steel stove. I wish they still made this one. So you do have to push these handles a little bit out of the way like that in order to look inside the kettle and see what's going on. And it's starting to get some little bubbles in there. Let's get the coffee ready. Now I'm just going to fill this up, and you look at the capacity of this thing. This thing is huge compared to the cup. So I should be able to easily fill this with coffee and then pour all the water I need for 1 cup of coffee. I don't have to take my time too much with it. I probably will a little bit. I'm not an expert when it comes to pour over coffee, but I do like my coffee strong. I'm not even going to measure this. I'm just gonna dump some coffee in there. Work that around. That's gonna be some strong coffee right there. Give that a couple shakes. This is just store-bought coffee. It's not a special grind or anything, but you can see that filter is really fine. I have just a few little pieces of very fine coffee on my hand, so I'm not worried about getting too much coffee grounds inside here. I need some kind of wind block here. So we're just going to set up my mother canteen carrier to block that wind a little bit. One thing I really like about the Stanley Wildfare Go line of products is they put this little silicone tab on top of the ring, so it is very easy to grab and pull off that lid without having to burn yourself. The other thing I like on this kettle is the way the handles are kind of still in an upright position. They don't get hot. I don't have to worry about it when you're using a stove like this. Now, if you put it in a campfire, you're probably going to need some gloves, but the way I'm using it today, I don't have to worry about that at all. So let's check out the pour on this. Look at that. That is just a smooth, smooth pour. Go ahead and put this out. There we go. I love the capacity of this. I filled it up with enough water to fill up this cup. So I just need to wait for the water to drain all the way through those coffee grounds. And you can take a look at this here. Let's see if I can get a good angle on this. Probably not. It's a perfect, nice, slow drip to go through all these coffee grounds. So that makes it really convenient. I don't have to worry about, constantly pouring a little more water over and a little more water over. And I know everybody makes their own pour over coffee their own way. I like the fact that I can just set it and forget it, right? Put the grounds in, throw a bunch of water in, and walk away. And then when I come back, I know I'm going to have a full cup of coffee ready to go. And it's nice that they give you this little Stanley cover for your cup of coffee. I love that little Stanley Mythical Bear. If you don't know what the Stanley Mythical Bear is, you can go to their website. They tell you the story on that. And I'll find that story. I'll throw a link down in the description, as well as a link for everything I'm using here. I mean, most of the stuff you've seen before on my channel. I've got my alcohol bottle, my little extension lighter, which is great for lighting this alcohol stove, coffee in my coffee tin, and then of course this amazing new Stanley Kettle that I am very much in love with. If you can't tell, this is going to be my go-to kettle here until somebody makes something better. I don't think they can. All right, that is just about done. Actually, if you look at how much coffee is in the cup, I mean, it's pretty good. That's a pretty good amount of coffee. I'm actually going to add just a little more water because I'm going to want a full cup. Do you see how smooth that pours? That little spout? That's just perfect. There's nothing dripping on the sides or anything. It just works good. And I didn't have to worry about the lid popping off when I was trying to pour. We're just going to call that done. I can just set that off to the side and I can enjoy my cup of coffee. It's hot. Oh, that's some rocket fuel. I like it. I like it a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and put the little lid on here. It's nice they've got this little side part that is how you pull it off. It recesses down in there nice. It sits flat. It's not a leak-proof lid at all because, it's a big mouth hole there for you to drink out of. Oh, that's good coffee. That is great coffee. So some of you will want to know how easy it is to clean this thing up. I will take the grounds, I go dump these in the fire pit, and then when I get home, I will go ahead and take it apart, rinse out the screen and everything, make sure everything is clean to be put away into my camping gear box. But it's very easy, it's very convenient, and it works really well. I'm kind of impressed with it. It's a large setup if you're doing pour over coffee, especially if you're going to use the cup that it came with. It's about the size of my smallest percolator, and you know how much I love percolated coffee. So if you have any questions about the Stanley Perfect Brew pour over set, go ahead and put those down in the comments below. I have a lot of Stanley gear. Ask any question you want on any of them. I really like their new kettle, and this makes a really good set. I want to see. I've heard some people say that you can fit this kettle into the Stanley lunchbox, and if that's the case, I might be building myself a little brew kit that I will show to you guys in a later video. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel, and have a great morning.